Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be walking you through the process of putting together an order on our web store. We'll get started here on the home page. Now first off, we'll need to log in order to see prices and actually place our order. So let's do that right now. Okay, now that we're logged in, let's head on over to the store. You can do that by clicking the store button here in the header. So we're going to start off by selecting our profile and finish. Let's select the 410 and the painted linen. Probably our most popular style and finish combo. Now you're going to see 10 different categories here. All of the cabinets are broken down into one of these. I say cabinets, but it could also be moldings, panels, things of that nature. I'd like to draw your attention really quickly to how the end product will be set up once you've clicked through your category, like base cabinet and then base 18 for this example. You're going to be presented with up to 3 different types of options. You have a hinge option. Anything with a single door is going to have that. So you're going to have to select right or left, and that will be a requirement. You'll also have box options. Now each cabinet is going to be a little different because certain cabinets have more and others have less options when it comes to this. Now a lot of these have codes at the end, and the name isn't always self-explanatory, and when it's not, you can come right down here to the box options icon. When you click on that, this nice card will pop up and it will give all the explanation you need for each one of those box options. Any other questions, you can reach out to us. Feel free. Now I do also want to show you this. When you select some of them, for instance a reduced depth option, you're going to click on it. There will be a secondary selection. For instance, what depth of cabinet would you like? So you're going to click on that, 18. There will also be certain notes under the bottom of a few of them. In this case, it's saying there's a minimum depth for of 12 inches in order to have a functioning top drawer here, and then a minimum depth of 8 inches if you wanted to also select the reduced recessed toe kick option. Now this also has the recessed toe kick option also has a secondary selection. You're going to select right, left, or both. The other thing to take into account, that when you select a reduced depth, it will limit the type of accessories you can add to your cabinet, because once you reduce the depth, you may not be able to fit all of the slides and things like that. So in this case, it would be you couldn't put in a trash rollout if you reduced the depth of it. So if you wanted to do that, you're then going to select, yes, I would like to have soft close. These would be the accessories. You can fit something in the base underneath the drawer, so inside of the door, and then as well as a drawer accessory. You can put both in a cabinet with no problem. Another thing to point out is if you select rollouts for your cabinet, they're going to ask how many. You can put a maximum of 2 in a base cabinet, and it's going to ask, do you want soft close or not? Alright, that wraps up the options sections for the individual item page. I'll draw your attention to 3 other spots. We have the dimensions card here. This is going to give you the actual width, height, and depth of every item that you click on. Please pay special attention to this area when you're designing, as well as the next section, the notes. There may be some important information there as regards to fit and finish of an item, potentially in the notes area, additional items like finished panels or base end panels when you're applying decorative doors and things of that nature. And the last section is the recent items cards here. You'll have the 10 most recent items here, so as you're clicking through you can see those. It makes it a little easier to add additional items to your cart, so whether you're looking at more fillers or toe kick or an additional pantry, whatever it is that you looked at most recent will be down here. So that wraps up the individual item notes I wanted to point out, and we're going to go ahead and put together our sample order. I will speed up the process of adding all the cabinets just to make this video a little faster. I don't want it to run too long. do want to point out real quick that if you select an option like rollouts and say add 4 and want to add an additional pantry without rollouts, if you click this add button here, you're going to notice that the soft close price and the option total go up, as well as the actual product total. And that's because when you have an accessory selected and then you add a second or third cabinet, it assumes that you want the accessories in each one of these cabinets. So be sure that if you want one with and one without, that you select them separately and add them to cart one at a time. Okay, we've finished putting our order together, and now we can jump over to the cart to make sure all of our cabinets are there. Okay, from here inside of our cart, we can go through and verify all of the cabinets are here. We can also make changes to the quantity with these plus or minus buttons, and we can edit each individual cabinet. So as we're scrolling down and I'm seeing everything, let's say I wanted to put rollouts in this pantry and I missed them. I don't see them here. I can click edit. It'll take me back to that cabinet. You'll notice instead of saying add to cart, it says update cart. So here I can click rollouts 4 and say yes to soft close and then update my cart. And you'll see that the cart count is going to stay the same, but when I open and go to view cart, now my pantry has changed locations. It's dropped to the bottom because it was the last one to be edited, and you can see I've added full access deep rollout trays. Those are the rollouts, 4 of them to be exact, and we've said yes to the soft close option. Now, if you need to update these, like here, I added 1 too many toe kick, so I can push the negative sign here to drop it to 2, and then just simply click update cart. And no need to go all the way back to that item. So it'll bring us back up to the top so we can review one more time, make sure everything is correct. Once we've done that, we can proceed to checkout. You can see I've entered in an order before and it saved my shipping address. So if you want to change that to the most recent shipping address, maybe you've placed multiple orders and you do have them going to the job site versus your warehouse, this is where you'll want to enter that in. You can see it saved all my information, my company name. So once you do that once, it should save it for you. My name here, again, the delivery address of my warehouse is saved, as well as city, state, and zip. Your contact information should also be saved, so phone number and an email address. We will definitely need this email address once we've reviewed your order and made sure we don't see anything out of the ordinary. Let's say you submitted this order without toe kick. We could say, hey, Mr. Wayne, there's no toe kick on this order. Would you like to add some now? And then we can edit that and then send out your invoice for you. We just have this as well to confirm you've got the correct cabinet selection. Now I went with the painted linen, so we need to change this. This was a previous order, so we're going to change this to 410F painted linen. painted linen. And then the other notes here would be for, like, if there's a code to get in the gate, if your job site happens to be in a gated community, or last name of a client if we're going to go through a guard gate, things of that nature, or maybe a garage code. Then down here you'll see we will send an email with an invoice so that you can complete the ACH bill pay payment. The amount quoted above is just an estimate and may change if there are any corrections needed. Like I said, if maybe you submitted this without the toe kick, we will have to add that, and obviously that'll be a chargeable item. So once you get to this point, you filled out all of the information, verified everything is correct, you can click place order. And when you do that, we will receive an email on our end, and so will you, verifying all of the products. And then, like we said before, you'll receive that invoice. So this is the confirmation. You have a order number that you can reference if you have to call in and make any changes before paying that ACH bill pay. This is also a printable screen, but the email actually is a lot better format for a printer. Once again, here's your order details with all of the different things. As you can see, free shipping across the country. That's a really nice feature. And then the estimated total that will appear on your invoice. Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, comment below, send us a message on the website, and definitely check out our other videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.